Alright, I don't know who's seen this video, but sit down, bro. Let's have a chat. I just want to place an event. Look, it's summertime. I'm home. I'm thinking, hey, you know what I could do? I could start making content, right? Just for the fun of it. I thought, let me just make a Twitch channel. Let me start streaming on Twitch. I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be cool. Like, the concept of streaming sounds pretty cool, right? You get to play a video game and people can interact with you live in real time as you're playing this game, and they can enjoy the moment with you. You know, if you're playing a story game, something cool happens in the story, maybe there's some crazy plot twist, you can all hold your hands at your face and gasp collectively at the same time. If you're playing a horror game, you guys get hit with a jump scare at the same time, approximately, because, you know, latency, whatever. But still, like, it's cool, right? The fact that I can share that experience, share that journey. I can have a crowd of people sitting there cheering me on as I struggle in a Dark Souls game and bask in the glory with me as I beat the shit out of the final boss. That sounds amazing, and I want to try it out. But look, man, I have done like 4 streams already, right? Maybe 5 streams, and this is ass, bro. Like, this is not fun. Like, I understand that I'm a small streamer, right? I've just started. I've just made my account. It's fresh. It's new. It's got that new account smell. And I'm not expecting much, right? I don't expect people to show up right away. I expect there's going to be a lot of days where I'm just talking to myself. That's fine. I would rather have that than have what has been happening, which is either my chat is being spammed with bots that are trying to promote view botting, or having people actually show up in my chat, right? They're asking me all these questions, you know, they're giving me the interaction that I thought streaming was about. They're having a conversation with me, they're laughing with me, they're enjoying the game with me, and then all of a sudden they ask me, bro, why don't you add me on Discord? And I'm like, wow, this parasocial thing is happening really quick, huh? But I'm thinking, whatever, you know, what if they just want to be friends? You know what I mean? What if they just want someone to play games with? What if they're actually pretty chill? So I'll add them on Discord, okay? Hope to God that I don't get my Discord hacked, but I'll add them on Discord. So I'll go look on Discord, right? Me in the middle of my game that I'm trying to enjoy. They sit there and they're like, whoa, you have a really cool stream. Your quality is great. You got a great personality. You seem like you really built for this, dude. You already act like you're a professional. Dude, I can see you going so far, but, and then they hit you with it, right? They're like, well, you know, like, part of streaming is the look, right? It's how you sell yourself. And I think that you could use some professional art on your stream. You can use some professional banners, you can use some professional profile pictures, even panels or whatever, right? Whatever gobbledygook garbage that they're trying to sell me, right? Because that's what they're doing. They're trying to sell you something. That whole like 15 minutes of them giving you the interaction and hitting you with a follow and acting like they cared and blah 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 blah, it was all for this moment, just to get you emotionally invested. You feel like you owe them something because they followed you, and you're thinking, man, well, they were kind enough to follow me, so I guess I should at least hear them out. And that's how they get you, okay? That's how the scam works. And then they come in there and they're like, hey man, you're a fantastic streamer, here art. You need art, bro. You need some professional art. You want to see my portfolio? Right? And they just whip it out, right? Slap their meat around the table, and they're like, look at this, dude. Look at my art. Look at my art. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Isn't my art? I've done like 4 streams, okay? 4, maybe 5, a handful of streams, and I've seen probably like 6 people, maybe 7 people at this point have shown up in my chat doing the exact same shit. And you know what the craziest part is too? Is that if you don't buy anything from them, like if you just tell them, hey man, I'm not looking for anything, they revoke back their follow. They're like, well, I'm gonna take my business elsewhere, and I'll take my follow back too, you scum. Like, youch, dude. Like, as if, you know, me finding out that you were just manipulating me the whole time, manipulating my feelings, wasn't enough. No, you just gotta take the follow too. Wow, it's great. But dude, this shit, like, I don't get it, man. Not only do these people show up and they're buttering you up for like 15 minutes, they legitimately have 20 minutes of their time to spend buttering your ass up just to try and sell you something. But then they go on this whole thing. They're like, hey man, what do you think about my art? And you're like, wow, it's yeah, it's cool. And then they immediately start charging you. By the way, I've probably seen, again, like 7 different portfolios already of people, just random people who have showed up. Their art's always the same, okay? I don't know if they all follow the same YouTube tutorial, but it's always the same template. Like, it's different pictures, but it's the same template. And it always looks so ass, dude. It looks so garbage. It is like, I can make better shit myself. And they're sitting there getting ready to charge me for it. and they're like, whoa, how's my art? How's my art? And me being the absolute brain dead, airheaded moron that I am, I'm like, oh yeah, your art looks pretty cool, man, because I don't want to be an asshole about it. I don't want to sit here and make them feel bad. But I should, because the moment you tell them, oh yeah, your art looks great, man, yeah, your art looks fine, and before you can even finish typing that you're not looking for anything, they're already pricing you. You know, what's your color scheme, what theme are you looking for? And you're like, well, I mean, I don't know, I don't want anything. And they're like, yeah, but what if you did? If you did, what would it be? And then if you answer the question, you're like, oh well, I want something, you know, kind of cool, I want some kind of cybernetic, maybe something a little bit more like a comic book style or whatever. You know, if you start giving them actual answers, they're like, all right, great. Okay, so this is gonna be like $140 for these panels, okay, and we're gonna give you a profile picture. It's gonna be an extra $30, and banner art for your channel, it's gonna be like an extra $25. All right, and here's the thing too, right? I'm not even talking about a price quote. No, they're expecting payment now. They're charging you. They've come up with a bill, and they're willing to sit there and argue with you saying, no, you owe me this money now. Why? Because I asked you how my art was, and you said it was good. Now you owe me money. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I didn't order anything. You just asked me my opinion on your art, and I was like, it's cool. And then you asked me about a theme, and I gave your theme, and now you're pricing me. It's like those guys who dress up as Spider-Man at New York Times Square, you know, taking pictures with people forcibly, and then they just charge you. And then when you tell them, dude, I don't want anything, okay? I'm broke. Right, that's my excuse. I'm broke. I mean, it's not even an excuse. I'm actually broke. Like, I'm a streamer with 0 followers, bro. You think I have disposable income to waste? No. Okay, what are you taking me for? You think I have like $200 to spend on your shitty ass, probably AI generated art? No. This shit's annoying as hell too, bro. I don't think I can handle this. Genuinely. I don't think I could stream for like an entire year, and every single day is like 1 or 2, maybe 3 people showing up, and they're buttering my ass up, going through the same formula, the same loop over and over again, acting like they are interested, feigning interest in my stream, in the game I'm playing, in me, just to add me on Discord and then try to sell me stuff. I don't think I could take the mental anguish of knowing it was just a ploy, a scheme. I've just fallen into their blueprint, their schematic of how they're going to fondle my wallet out of my coins. How are they going to get their greasy little paws on my golden doubloons? And I don't like to think that if I was to stream, like legitimately give this a shot for like a whole year, just in my free time, just to have people show up and do that, like, dude, that's gonna freak me out, bro. That's gonna develop trust issues in me. Anytime somebody joins my stream and actually sits there and, you know, is a legitimate viewer, I'm gonna get so paranoid and think they're trying to sell me something. They're gonna do it any moment now. They're gonna give me a Discord link and I'm gonna have to ban them. Oh my god, I don't want that to be the case, man. I absolutely hate it. I actually fear the idea of someone joining my chat and just hitting me with a follow now. Even though my alert is pretty funny, it's a funny little noise, you know, it's a little metal bar falling down on the floor. It's very loud. I put it on because if I play horror games, I was hoping that someone would follow at like the wrong time and scare me. What I'm trying to make is that this is just so mentally draining. Like, I haven't streamed for the past few days, and I've wanted to. Every time I open up OBS and I think, man, today's the day I'm gonna stream, and when I think about hitting that start stream button, I immediately think, man, I'm gonna be sitting here speaking to myself for like a good hour, maybe 2 hours, and then someone's finally gonna join, and it's just gonna be someone trying to sell me shit, right? Like 4 or 5 people are probably gonna show up, and they're all gonna try to sell me some shit. And it's not like the worst thing in the world, you know what I mean? It's not the most complicated thing to deal with, but it's just the idea that knowing that this whole thing is all a facade, it's fake, it's an illusion, it's a gimmick. I don't know, you just keep your head down in the ground and just keep going, hope one day it eventually ends. Like, yeah, I just needed a place to rant. Yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for listening. I'm sorry to blow out your ears. Hopefully I gave you a little bit of good background noise while you do other stuff, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.